Peace, love, and about a hair grease, y'all. It's Shy the Gemini returning once again for an amazing video. Okay. I did want to do something a little different with this video because lately I feel like I've been forcing content, okay, because I do have the strong desire to teach and I do have the strong desire to help others. But I really just wanted to make this kind of like a vlog almost, so y'all can get to know the real me and kind of the things, you know, just been transpiring in my life at the time, as well as like I said, just who I am. I really just want to keep it real. I want to keep it 100. I don't want to put on a facade and pretend like I'm somebody I'm not, or pretend like I'm a person who knows it all. Okay. Lately, I have been realizing that there are aspects about myself that I didn't know, or I knew. Is just digging into my subconscious and bringing them forth and recognizing them consciously. Okay. At one point in time, I did do, well, at least I thought I did shadow work. Okay. I thought I did it properly, and I thought I could recognize the shadow aspects of myself. Basically, if you're not familiar with the shadow stuff is just the buried things in your subconscious mind. They can either be good or bad habits or traits that you project, and things that you might like or might not like, and you kind of don't know why. They're just really embedded somewhere deep in your mind. Okay, so a lot of people associate shadow work with being just recognize your bad traits. Okay, that's part of it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that either. It doesn't necessarily mean, you know, hey, I like sex, or hey, I like it when my partner does this. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily mean, you know, taboo subjects. Like I said, it very well could, but these are just aspects of yourself that you hide from yourself. Okay, this deals with kind of 12th house Pisces things. Okay, so I thought at one point in time I properly did shadow work, but I'm starting to, the things that have been transpiring in my life, they're teaching me I didn't do the work that I thought I did. Okay, like I said, which is fine, because, you know, I don't want to get egotistical and think that, you know, I know it all, or I don't want to get egotistical and think like, yeah, I mastered myself. So yeah, you know what I'm saying, you're always going to be learning new dynamics of yourself. Okay, I'm gonna really be honest. Like I said earlier, I just feel like I've been forcing content, and I feel like I have been disconnected from source, and I couldn't figure out why. You know, eventually I'm going to make a video about chakras, but probably springtime, I was super in my higher chakras. Okay, so I was connected, so that's why my earlier content was the way it was. You know what I'm saying? And even when I look back at it, because sometimes I do watch my own content, watch my own videos to inspire myself. Like I said, that was good shit, you know. But outside of me making that content, my physical world began to be neglected, because I wasn't focusing on my lower chakras. Okay, so I end up losing like a lot of weight, because sometimes I really forgot to eat. You know, I was so into spirit, I was so into my soul. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the soul doesn't need food, water, and the things that, you know, the flesh needs. Okay, but I began to deny that, because, you know, I had this pre-notion like, oh, lower chakras, I'm not trying to be in my lower self. You know, I'm past that. I am ascended. And, you know, I realized I had to have all those motherfuckers open. I have to have all of those things in balance within myself. Okay. So that kind of really took a toll on me. So really over the summer, I really been focused on my lower chakras, but like I said, lately I've been trying to struggle to keep a balance. So now for a minute, I thought I was in my lower chakras for the longest. You know, I was well aware and well taken care of my physical world, but somehow, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't getting inspired. I would have thoughts out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, I'm gonna do a video on this. Oh shit, I gotta write this down too. And I haven't been feeling that lately, you know? And I have the tendency to isolate myself a lot I realized that today I really over isolate myself because I saw my friends today, and just me interacting with other people, well, being so isolated within myself, it's just like, whoa, it's not just me out here, it's other people. So I'm aware that I do isolate myself, and I got a reading from my spiritual mother. Her name is Jewel, and I need to go see her again. She told me not to over isolate myself, so I'm now taking the steps not to over isolate myself and be with myself a lot. But like I said, it's just out of fear. It's just out of really fear that, I won't be understood. So I guess the whole reason, like I said, I am making this video because, for people who are on their own path or on their own journey and studying the occult and metaphysical knowledge, it's okay, like, to recognize, sometimes, you're not connected, or you're not inspired, or, things like that. So, and I don't want to, like I said, be that person who puts on a facade, like, I just feel enlightened all the time, even though enlightenment obviously isn't, enlightenment is a journey, but you get what I'm saying. I have the solidarity and knowledge to the point, like, I don't have issues. No, I have things that I go through too, and I think that's kind of why I've been reluctant to put out videos, because I don't want to feel like I'm forcing topics. Because when I do a video, I can't just sit and do it. Like, I have to feel it. I have to feel inspired. I have to feel it from my heart for me to do my video, because I feel like this is my work, and a lot of people are watching me now. And I do want to just make the comment that if you have been commenting, I've been seeing y'all comments, I've been getting y'all emails, obviously I've been responding to y'all emails, but don't think I'm ignoring you guys, or don't think I'm ignoring your comments. I see your comments. It's just me kind of analyzing myself and my subconscious patterns, who I thought I was. Now it's like I have to destroy that again and then build that back up, because I'm now realizing the aspects of myself that I thought I knew, but I really didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's an ever-going evolution, ever-going journey, okay? And I was inspired today because if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a video about Jennifer Lawrence talking about how you should not let life drive you crazy, you drive your own life, okay? And, that kind of really made me want to reinstate my mission statement. Another thing, like I said, in order to get to know me, like, another thing about me is my femininity comes out, I nurture by teaching people that their power is within them, or I teach people how to be self-reliant, okay? That's my feminine energy. That is the way that I nurture. I realize that now, okay? So a lot of what I do, I'm saying, I'm not going to coddle. I have the capacity to coddle, I have the capacity to be there emotionally, because I'm now getting to touch my emotions, because I am in a relationship now, and it's dynamics in that my partners are teaching me about myself, that I kind of have to put the mirror on, So with my mission statement, I can coddle you for so long, but at the end of the day, I do what I do to teach you that your power resides within you. Okay? Like I've said this in really all my videos. There is nothing outside of you. There's only you. And at times, it doesn't really seem that way, And I honestly just pulled, like, from my tarot card deck, and I got the 8 of Swords, okay? So I can really confirm that, what I've been feeling really these last couple weeks, or really not even a couple weeks, like maybe like the last month and a half, has only been in my mind. There are some blockages that are in my mind that I kind of have to figure out what they are, so I won't have this feeling, So like I said, I'm not afraid to admit that. I'm not afraid to admit, like I said, I don't know it all. I'm not going to act like I have it all together, because, even though I came a really, really, really long way, I understand that I do have a long way to go. But in the meantime, I keep the people who are, just starting off and wondering where to go. That's where I can assist, because I know what it's like. So I can empathize. I can empathize. I can understand how most of y'all are feeling when y'all in my comments, or when y'all in my DMs, or when y'all are in my emails, because I was once there and I really had to learn everything by myself. You know what I'm saying? And for me learning, that's kind of when I got my friends to learn, or yeah, really my friends to learn. You know what I'm saying? And they're growing. They're growing with me now. You know, and I'm really happy for that. Okay, but yeah, like I said, it's okay to admit that, you know, as a teacher or as a healer, like I said, whoever the fuck you think you are, whatever you want to call it, if you want to put a name on it, that's cool. But whoever that you think you are, it's okay to admit, you know, that, hey, you're still healing, because I'm still healing. I healed a lot, you know what I'm saying? I let a lot of things go. I transformed them, and now they come out in more productive states now. But I realize there are some things about me, you know, that I haven't necessarily dealt with, because I do get triggered. I have been get triggered by certain situations, especially like I said, now I'm in a relationship now, so there's a lot of things that have been triggering me that, like I said, I thought I took care of, but I didn't. Okay, and I think another one of those things is, yes, I do teach a lot about relationships, but I had to realize about myself as well, that I view them intellectually. Okay, so now that I'm in this new relationship, I have to learn, I am learning that I can't rely on, and my best friend Lexus, I did a video with her, she was telling me that too, like I can't rely on logic all the time with dealing with love, you know what I'm saying? And I will admit, I do use logic, because I have been a by myself single like for the past 3 or 4 years now. So I have used logic as a defense mechanism, okay, when dealing with other people, when dealing with intimate relationships. And most of those intimate relationships have not worked out. One, because for numerous reasons, for a lot of reasons, but that I really don't want to get into right now. But I had to really realize that too. I use my logic as a defense mechanism, because on the inside, yeah, I'll admit, like I've been realizing too, I have been afraid of vulnerability, you know, and that's something that my mother struggled with, you know. And had a friend too, she's a Pisces, and I go to her a lot. It's about advice and things like that, and she can easily, it's something Pisces falls into my 12th house, so I don't have many Pisces friends, or a lot of, well, the Pisces who do come into my life, you know what I'm saying, they're able to decipher, and they're able to figure out the things that are in my subconscious. So she just really helped me realize that my mother, she had her gifts, okay, but she didn't know how to use them. And that makes sense, because my mother, she would tell me she would have dreams about forthcoming events before they happen. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that was interesting, but she never delved into it. So I had to realize, yeah, my mother, she's gifted, but she's so caught up in the mundane in her career, you know what I'm saying? Because she is a Capricorn. Capricorn does focus on their career, their money, their social status, building their reputation in the public's eye, that I think that she neglected that. So I feel like it's my duty and my responsibility to kind of redeem the gifts that have been bestowed upon her through me. Okay, so that's one thing, especially, I know I did a video on kind of generational curses. That's one thing I realized I have to do too, is understand that being afraid of vulnerability kind of, I think, is kind of a theme with the women in my mother's side of the family, okay? So yeah, I've been realizing that as well, that I am, because I'm so self-reliant. I don't know if I don't want to blame it on astrology. I don't want to use it at astrology, but you know, when using tropical astrology as a reference, you know, I do have an Aries moon, so I'm very self-reliant. I rely on myself to nurture my emotions, you know, and I'm not going to be, I get emotional, but it's like I don't stay there. I have to, Aries is very action-oriented, so I have to do something about my emotions. I have to do something about problems, you know what I'm saying? I can't just linger in that. I can't just linger in my emotions and just let them sit there and not do anything about them, because that's just not how, in this lifetime, assuming, you know what I'm saying, I operate, you know? So these are just really aspects, like I said, about myself that I am learning. I am healing, you know what I'm saying? I'm still healing. I had to realize that about myself. And it's okay, you know what I'm saying, if you feel like you came this way, or not even that, it's just you are going to be basically faced with situations that push you out of your comfort zone. You're going to be faced with situations that require more of you, that trigger you, okay? That puts you in a dynamic that you thought you took care of some things. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing this work properly, that you thought you took care of some things subconsciously, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, me being in a relationship now, I'm realizing, hey, maybe I didn't deal with those things, or maybe I just masked that with logic and, you know, suppression. Because sometimes, you know, I'm realizing that about myself too. Like, you know, I have moved in the 12th house, referring to tropical astrology. Like I said, it's not the end all be all, but it's starting to kind of make sense. It's like a reference, you know what I'm saying? So with my moon in the 12th house, the house of Pisces, sometimes I do escapism. You know what I'm saying? I escape from my emotions. My best friend, she helped me realize that, okay? I escape from my emotions and I try to deny how I really feel, out of, I guess, like I said, even feeling vulnerability with myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I am very strong and I'm very resilient, and I pride myself on my independence and not being codependent on anybody else, just being reliant on me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm realizing now, you know, I can't bear the weight of the world, especially my internal world, on me. You know, there are other people who have the capacity to understand what I'm going through. I just have to trust that they can understand me at my rawness, at my you know, nakedness, so to speak. Okay. So, like I said, just that's kind of something I just really been realizing. Like I said, I came a long way, but the journey is this shit is always going to continue. You know what I'm saying? I see why people don't be doing, you know, spiritual work and self-transformation and really sitting down with themselves, or I see why people don't do it, you know, on a regular basis, because it's hard. Like, self-evaluation requires you to really honestly be honest with yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, without eliminating your ego, with eliminating, and that requires eliminating your ego. I'm sorry. So I see why people don't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to know, like, damn, I thought I took care of this, or damn, I'm like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's scary, but at the end of the day, that's the road to self-mastery, and that is what I desire to achieve in this lifetime, as well as other things, like learning how to emotionally bond with significant others. So, because I never really I experienced that to a degree, but not in the way that I knew I deeply craved. You know what I'm saying? With sharing secrets, with being vulnerable, with, you know, passion, with, you know, selflessness. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's definitely a journey, and it's definitely not easy. This requires you to be honest with yourself. Self-evaluation requires a lot of self-honesty. Okay, can you destroy yourself to build yourself back up? And you have to do that. Even the shit that you don't want to admit about yourself. You know, the thing is the difference between who you think you are and how other people view you. And I've been hearing that for majority of my life now. Okay, and yeah, it's an ever-going journey. It just is, you know what I'm saying? And it's not for everybody. So I see why a lot of people don't do it, because a lot of people are afraid, and it does get scary. But at the end of the day, you know, I have the capacity to reach into my subconscious and look at myself in an honest point of view. Okay, it's embarrassing, but especially with who I think I am. I think I'm this, you know, strong, independent, you know what I'm saying, self-reliant person. You know what I'm saying? Which I am. You know what I'm saying? I do rely on myself a lot. I do keep to myself a lot. I do. If anything happens, I build myself back up. You know what I'm saying? I get myself together because of my past. You know, and that's how I really came into this shit because I think I told y'all in my spiritual awakening video that I did like back in March that when I first went through a breakup with my relationship, I tried praying. You know what I'm saying? I would go to church with my grandma. I hated going to church when I was younger, but I needed something to get out of this pain because I was destroyed. I was distraught. I was just gone. I was crushed. And I didn't know what to do. So I would go have the pastor lay hands on me. I would go but I didn't feel like it was enough. I didn't feel like Christianity was enough for me because I was so focused on looking for something outside of me to just make this go away. But when I actually started to heal and slowly started to pull myself out the trenches, I had to realize that, God damn it, it was me who pulled myself out the trenches. It was me. It wasn't God or it wasn't Jesus, because I cried and I stayed up all night crying in the name of Jesus, screaming, hollering. But I didn't feel anything. I was waiting on somebody, but at the end of the day, the only person I was waiting on was myself. And once I was able to look back and see kind of how I began to get over, you know what I'm saying, what I was going through at the time, that's when I realized God is me. That was the first instance when I realized that God was me. I was talking to myself when I was praying. I wasn't talking to, I just wasn't connecting with Jesus, the Holy Ghost, Father God, but like I thought I was. It was me. And so that was the catalyst for who I am today. Okay? I really just went on a big rant and a tangent, but that's okay because that's what I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to be transparent, kind of say what's on my heart, and I really feel a lot better now. So that is my truth. I am sticking to it. Like I said, even healers need to be healed. Even the star children and the gem children and the indigo children or whatever the fuck you want to call yourself need to be healed too. So that's it. Like I said, if you are newly subscribed to my channel, welcome to my channel. This is me, raw and uncut. I'm not perfect, god damn it. I'm not perfect, but I'm gonna do my best to try to get there, whatever that looks like for me. Okay. But thank y'all for y'all subscribing. Thank y'all for your comments, for your emails. Thank y'all for inquiring me about readings. I really genuinely appreciate y'all, and welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. Like I said, do continue to email, do continue to DM. And with that being said, I love you all. Bye.